Does your license need saving? Do the wise thing. Call Wise Man Lawyers. Does your license need saving? Do the wise thing. Call Wise Man Lawyers. Don't face that court alone. Let the Wise Man team get you back on the road. Does your license need saving? Do the wise thing. Call the Wise Man team at Wise Man Lawyers.
Alright, today I'm at Caloundra Magistrates Court. Client was charged with low range drink driving, a reading of .097. The low range bracket starts at .005 and goes up to .099. So even though my client was low range, they were well and truly at the top end of the low range bracket. Mid range starts at .1. They did have a previous .075, but it was more than 5 years ago and quite dated. They hadn't lost their licence for any reason in the last 5 years, so at first instance they were eligible to apply for a DUI drink driving work licence, and that's what I was engaged to do. Worst case scenario for low range drink driving is a 9-month loss of licence. Absolute best case is a 1-month disqualification. But again, with this reading, as I said, low range starts at .05. The closer you are to mid range, the harder it is to get it anywhere near the minimum. And as I've said, mid range starts at .1. That is a mandatory minimum of 3 months. So I guess if you were to go there by yourself with a reading of .097 with a previous, or with a lawyer that doesn't specialise, you might not get much change out of around the, let's say the 5-month mark. But as I said, mandatory minimum today was 1 month. But again, the reading was quite a bit past what could be reasonably expected reading-wise to achieve a 1-month disqualification. I was, as I said, engaged to apply for a work licence. As a part of that, I need to draft about an 8-page affidavit up for my client to sign, setting out income, expenses, family situation, difficulties they'll suffer while they're off the road, what happened on the day in question. There's a reformatory course that we get all of our clients to do. I got my client to do that, and I spoke in the affidavit about what they'd learned. In addition to the client's affidavit, I've got to draft about a 4-page affidavit up for their employer to sign, saying once again what they do, why then they need their licence to do it, or at least get there to do it, and the fact that they will lose their job if they lose their licence. I drafted all those affidavits in advance, emailed them to both the court and the police to give them sufficient time to consider them before today. I met my client at court this morning, grabbed the conference room, finalised the paperwork, ran through the procedure, what I was going to say in the courtroom, what was going to happen, what the client's role is, which is basically nothing. They don't really need to do anything. I do all the talking. They're pretty much here in person only. We went into the courtroom. I relied heavily on the affidavit materials, but also spoke at length about the difficulties that my client and particularly her father will suffer outside of work while the client's off the road. And again, I just spoke at length about what was contained in the affidavit materials. She will suffer severe financial hardship if she loses her licence, and on balance, given despite the fact that she's got that previous DUI, despite the fact that her reading was reasonably high, .097, despite those issues, given her history in the last 5 years and the fact that she'd done that reformatory course, on balance, I submitted it to be appropriate for the magistrate to deem my client to be a fit and proper person to be issued a DUI drink driving work licence. And again, I laboured the point that they will suffer severe financial hardship if the application isn't successful. With regard to disqualifications, as I said, worst case is 9 months, best case is 1 month. But when a person applies for a work licence, the magistrates have got the power to double what that otherwise gives. So with a work licence, technically worst case then becomes 18 months with a mandatory minimum of 2 months. Short version is I was successful in persuading the magistrate to grant my client's work licence application. So moving forward, for work purposes, it's literally as if she hasn't lost her licence. She's permitted to continue driving during the disqualification for work purposes during the hours that she needs. So 5:30 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. Monday to Friday, that was the requirement for her role, and that's what was granted. She was given a 3-month disqualification, which even without a work licence is fair. I generally try to push for around the 6 weeks to 2 month mark for readings of 0.097 without a work licence, so doubling that with a work licence is a reasonable outcome. So work licence granted, 3-month disqualification, modest fine, client's very happy. I'm Andrew Wiseman, thanks for watching. Hi, I'm Andrew Wiseman from Wiseman Lawyers, Queensland's only truly dedicated drug, alcohol and traffic offence law firm. If you face loss of licence, loss of vehicle, imprisonment or anything in between at any court in Queensland, we can and will help you today. This is our specialty. This is all we do. Give us a call, 1300 947 352. I look forward to helping you resolve your issue today.
Don't